By the end of this video, you will completely understand if sneaker bots are worth it or not. Like, the most common question I get today is like, bro, is sneaker botting still worth it? Do you see it continuing going into the future? And I'm gonna give it to you raw and real. And I'm gonna give it to you from the perspective of somebody who isn't quite yet a master botter, so I can still relate to how the common person views botting. Because just being straight up, it's important that you hear it from somebody from my perspective. If you ask a master botter, then of course botting is of course 100% worth it for somebody who can definitely cop every single time. But where does that leave the rest of us? Is it easy to learn? How long till you even become a master? That's what I'm gonna address here today. Also, make sure you stick around to the end because your boy is picking 2 lucky viewers and I'm gonna help you get set up in the sneaker botting. And you gotta watch to the end though to see exactly what I'm gonna set you up with. So you know how we do. I'm gonna give you the pros, I'm gonna give you the cons, and then I'm gonna give you a bottom line yes or no answer at the end. Alright, so I'm pretty sure if you clicked on this video, you pretty much already know what a sneaker bot is. But if you don't, a sneaker bot is actually an age-old system that came out long ago when online shopping first hit the scene. What they're used for is to ensure that somebody can cop limited items online. The idea is that they're able to check out faster than the normal human can. And if you've tried to cop sneakers within the last year or two and you notice that it's sold out within 30 seconds and you're like, bro, how is that possible? It's because of bots. All right, so we're gonna start with the cons. One of the biggest cons, the first con that it's going to be hard to get over with, is the price of a bot. Okay, I've seen bots listed as much as $10,000. While that isn't the norm, I'd say anywhere from $500 to $1,000 is what a typical entry-level bot runs for. Now hang tight and, like I said, watch to the end because I'm gonna give you a clue, because that has something to do with how I'm gonna help you. Here's another con about bots. Not only does the bot itself cost money, but every aspect of botting costs money. All right, that's proxies, servers, cook groups, and all that type of stuff, especially if you're a beginner, means absolutely nothing to you right now. But just know that these are all things that you need to run a sneaker bot. And I also have another video where I go into depth on each of those, so I'll link that in the description. Here's another con that is going to be hard to get over in the beginning. What if I told you that you're going to spend $500 to $1,000 on a software that does not guarantee that you will cop, especially on super limited items? And I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm also gonna give you some light on that point as well. Like anything on this planet, you get what you pay for. So while there's no guarantee, the more you spend on a bot, the better chance you have, if that makes sense. On top of the fact that it's really unrealistic to guarantee that you will cop when there's thousands of botters, thousands of people trying to do the same thing that you are, you got to take into account that most sites are starting to get hip to botters, right? So they can cancel orders whenever, however they want to. And trust me, that's a liability. Try getting 11 checkouts and 9 of them get canned. Trust me, bro, it's happened to me. Another con is the overall difficulty of botting. Okay, if you're not tech savvy, then it's going to be a steep learning curve, and what that basically means is that it's going to be really hard to learn and understand. See, it's not as easy as people understand. Most people think you click a button and then all the magic happens, and it does work like that. However, there is a lot of work that you have to do on the back end as far as setting up tasks, setting up billing groups, all that type of stuff. And just being honest, you can get the best bot and still take L's for months and months, because ultimately it takes time, experience, experimenting, and just patience overall. So I'm gonna tell you right now, if you're still here with us, then you're probably cut out to be a botter. I also want to address another population of people that are watching this video. Based on all the cons that I listed out, the price that it takes to bot, if you're interested in sneaker botting to cop personal, then it can still be worth it. However, it might be worth it for you to just pay resale, because all the money that you're gonna put into botting, you could have just spent that $500 or $600 on the shoe that you wanted in the first place. I've seen a bunch of people get all the way down the rabbit hole and then realize, hey, I've spent $1,200 and I haven't copped anything. I could have just went ahead and bought the Travis Scotts. But let's say that's not you. Let's say, hey, I'm trying to be a botter, I'm trying to be a reseller. Then I'm gonna go ahead and put some pros out there for you, because if you made it this far, you earned it. Now, the biggest pro is simple. Using a bot drastically increases your chance of copying limited valuable items at retail price. You don't have to wait in any lines. It'll save you loads of time, effort, sleep, everything, you name it. And the biggest pro about bots, which is what they were designed to do, which is help you cop multiple pairs. See, I'll give you a mini botting lesson, all right? See, paired with proxies, which proxies are basically just alternate IP addresses that you need because your IP address is just one, but you need multiples to cop multiples. So you pair a sneaker bot with proxies, you have a chance to check out multiples, which once again is the most valuable part of botting, and honestly the reason why sneaker bots were even built. You don't get banned because you set up multiple profiles, and it's kind of communicating with the sites as this is a different person, this is a different person, although they're all being sort of sent by you, if that makes sense. So that brings me to another concern that I want to bring up. That's the second most common question I get is like, bro, what's the best bot to buy? And honestly, that's a two-part answer, because the first part of that answer is that there isn't a best bot, right? Now, of course, like you're thinking like, okay, what about the $10,000 bot versus the 500? I mean, the 10,000 one is obviously better, right? You're 100% correct. However, what if I told you that an experienced chef can get on the $500 bot and cook more than you would on the $10,000 bot with absolutely no experience? So yes, there are tiers of bots. However, it still mostly comes down to you, the user, and simply the fact that bots' performance are up and down. I've upgraded to a better bot thinking that I was gonna cop, and I didn't. I made that mistake personally, and what that did was really make me go down to my cheaper bot and learn the basics and really learn how to cop there before I try to move on to a better bot. All right, so that brings me to my next point, and I made you wait long enough for this. All right, so now I'm gonna talk about how I'm gonna help you start botting. We already talked about the fact that the price of bots is pretty pricey, right? However, the most popular thing to do today is rent bots. And yes, just like a Redbox movie, just like a car or anything else, you can rent sneaker bots. And sometimes, depending on the bot and the drop, that can even get pricey too. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna help 2 lucky viewers out with a free bot rental on me to help you get jump started, to see if you like botting, to see if this is something that you can do. And trust me, people ain't giving out bot rentals like that, so your boy is really showing love. I'm trying to help somebody who's really serious about it, who got that fire, get jump started in. So by the time this video drops, go to my IG. It's gonna be in the description. Go to my IG to find out how you can enter and how you can become one of those 2 lucky people. The best case scenario for me is that you end up getting a bunch of profit, and then that jump starts your reselling career, because that would be lit, and I would love to see it happen. So all in all, is botting worth it? I would say if you have the determination and understand that you're gonna lose money along the way, then yes, because just like you can lose money, all it takes is one good drop for you to recoup all of that back and some. The bot I use gets a lot of flack from its users because, you know, it's not the top tier bot. However, when the Supreme Dunks came out, which are selling for $1,000 a pop and retail for $100, our bot absolutely cooked that release. And so if you imagine if you hit on 5 pairs of those, how you were able to just pay for that bot and some and just completely recoup. So it's definitely worth it from that perspective. The best part about learning how to bot is that you're in a community where other botters will help you learn how to bot, because you're spending all this money on information, cook groups. You're gonna become a part of a community, and you're gonna have a chance to get up under some experienced botters. I still consider myself a beginner botter, and I have a series where I'm trying to go from a beginner to a pro. I'm gonna link you over to that video. Meet me over there. Thank you for your time this Tuesday. Love everybody out there. Let's get it.